What if I told you that a Chinese automaker just built an SUV that charges faster than you can fill a gas tank, seats 7 people in near-private jet comfort, drives itself with a roof-mounted sensor array that rivals military-grade technology, and sells for a price that makes German luxury brands genuinely nervous, and most of the world has never even heard of it? That vehicle exists, it's real, it's on sale right now in China, and it just broke a reservation record that no car has broken before. Welcome to the 2027 BYD Great Tang. And I promise you, by the time this video is done, you will never look at a large SUV the same way again. Welcome back to the Car Analyst. If you're new here, this is the channel where we go far beyond the spec sheet and actually decode what a car means, not just what it measures. We've been covering the electric vehicle revolution for years now, and I will tell you with complete conviction, what BYD has done with the Great Tang is different. This isn't incremental progress. This is one of those rare moments in automotive history where a single vehicle reshapes the entire conversation about what a modern SUV should be. Stay with me, because there is a feature buried inside this car's architecture that I genuinely believe no one in the Western automotive media is talking about enough. And we're going to get to it. But first, let's talk about what you see when this thing pulls up next to you. The Great Tang's exterior is a study in restrained authority. There's no aggression for aggression's sake here. No forced muscles, no oversized grille desperate to grab attention. Instead, BYD's designers have done something far more sophisticated. They've built a car that commands presence through proportion and precision. The full-width LED light bar that stretches across the front of this vehicle is continuous, seamless, and impossibly thin. It cuts through the dark like a single luminous stroke of a calligraphy brush, which is no accident given the vehicle's deep roots in Chinese dynastic heritage. The name Great Tang is a reference to the Tang dynasty, one of the most culturally rich and powerful eras in human history. And that cultural confidence is embedded in every design decision. The vertical headlamp clusters drop down from that light bar with a sharpness that feels architectural rather than automotive. There's a lower trapezoidal accent below, finished in chrome, that anchors the front face without making it heavy. The roofline flows with a subtle elegance from the front pillars all the way to the rear, where another full-width light bar mirrors the front. Hidden within that rear fascia is a badge that tells you exactly what this machine can do: 4.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour on the plug-in hybrid, and an even more astonishing 3.9 seconds on the flagship electric. Both of those numbers, on a vehicle this large, represent a kind of performance that luxury SUV buyers from Munich to Maranello would have considered impossible 5 years ago. The wheel design deserves its own moment. Rather than the spoked alloys you typically see on luxury SUVs, the Great Tang wears turbine-style aerodynamic covers. Smooth, circular, deliberate. It looks bold, yes, but it serves a very real engineering purpose. Reducing drag on a vehicle with a 2-meter-wide footprint is not a cosmetic choice. It is a range calculation. Every element of this exterior is working. And when you step back and take in the full silhouette, 5.3 meters long, riding on a 3.3-meter wheelbase, you understand this isn't just a large SUV. It's a statement of intent. Now step inside. And when I say step inside, I want you to imagine doing so for the first time, because the transition from the outside world into the Great Tang's cabin is one of those moments that stops people mid-sentence. The front cockpit is built around 3 integrated screens that form a continuous concave panoramic display across the full width of the dashboard. There is no clutter, no scattered knobs, no design compromise. The digital driver cluster sits cleanly to the left. The central infotainment screen anchors the middle, and a co-pilot entertainment display extends to the right, all unified behind a single continuous piece of glass. The dashboard panel reads Great Tang in subtle, restrained lettering, which is the kind of detail that tells you the design team understood they were building something with a cultural identity, not just a product. The steering wheel carries the Tang Dynasty character, Tang at its center. replacing a conventional corporate badge with a symbol of civilization. The center console is a crystal-accented gear selector, catching light from the ambient system that wraps the entire cabin in warm architectural glow. The seats are finished in an ivory and deep forest green combination, a two-tone palette that feels closer to a high-end hotel suite than anything you've experienced in an SUV. Diamond-stitched quilting covers the surfaces with a density that suggests genuine craftsmanship, not the embossed facsimile you find in most vehicles at this price point. But here is where things get genuinely extraordinary, and where I need you to keep watching, because the rear of this cabin is what no one is prepared for. The Great Tang is China's only production SUV configured in a 2+2+3 seating layout. The second row doesn't have a bench. It has two individual captain's chairs, zero-gravity reclinable seats with leg rests that extend outward, lumbar massage functions, and dedicated embroidered headrest pillows. Between them, the center console houses a separate touchscreen control interface for rear passengers to manage their climate, seat positions, and the entertainment system independently. And above all of it, mounted flush into the ceiling, is a large display that turns the rear cabin into something closer to a private screening room than a family SUV. Privacy curtains line the side windows. When everything is deployed, the rear of this vehicle feels like a first-class aircraft cabin that also happens to be capable of 3.9-second acceleration. The technology running underneath all of this is where the Great Tang stops being impressive and starts being genuinely historic. BYD built this car on what they call the Super E platform, a full-domain, 1,000-volt high-voltage architecture that represents the current apex of electric vehicle engineering. For context, most electric vehicles on sale today operate at 400 volts. Some premium competitors have reached 800. BYD has gone to 1,000. And the reason that number matters is not just for engineering bragging rights. It determines how fast energy can flow into the battery, and therefore how quickly you can charge the car. The Great Tang's flash charging system can replenish the battery from 10 to 70% in 5 minutes. A full charge from near empty takes 9 minutes. To put that in perspective, the next time you stop for fuel at a petrol station, this car would finish charging before you walked back from the coffee counter. The top specification flagship battery is 130.15 kilowatt-hours, delivering up to 950 kilometers of range on China's testing cycle, which in real-world conditions across global highways translates to somewhere in the range of 640 to 700 kilometers. Still enough to make range anxiety feel like a problem from another era. Then there is God's eye. BYD's advanced driver assistance system at the B-tier level is fitted to the Great Tang with a roof-mounted LiDAR sensor, a piece of technology more commonly associated with autonomous robotaxis and military surveillance systems, feeding real-time spatial data into an AI processing stack that maps the vehicle's environment in 3 dimensions. This isn't adaptive cruise control. This isn't lane keep assist. This is a vehicle that builds a live model of the world around it and responds with a speed and precision that human reflexes simply cannot replicate. The suspension system, BYDSUV Intelligent Damping Body Control, responds to road surface data in real time, adjusting each corner of the vehicle independently. Combined with 4-wheel steering, the Great Tang steers its rear wheels to aid agility at low speeds and stability at high speeds on a platform that is almost comically large by conventional measures. Here is what I want you to really sit with for a moment. All of that technology, all of that cabin, all of that performance. The base trim of this vehicle starts at $35,500, not $135,035. The vehicle that competes most directly with the Great Tang in terms of interior space, range, and performance would cost you nearly 3 times that amount from a European or American brand. And those vehicles do not have megawatt-level charging. They do not have a rear cabin with a ceiling screen. They do not have 4-wheel steering, LiDAR, and a 3.9-second sprint time in their top specifications simultaneously. 150,000 people placed reservations for this car before BYD had even announced the official price. That number, 150,000 pre-orders, is not just a commercial record for BYD. It is a signal from the market that buyers around the world are ready for something that Western automakers have been slow to deliver. Technology-first luxury at a price that doesn't require a second mortgage. The Great Tang is not for everyone. It is a big car. It is a 5-meter-plus car. It is designed for families who want their 7 seats without sacrificing anything. Not comfort, not technology, not performance, not the quiet confidence that comes from sitting inside something built with genuine conviction. It is for the buyer who has been told for years that electric luxury means compromise, and who is now being offered the opposite of that argument in the most direct possible terms. There is a moment, I think, in every generation of automotive history where a vehicle arrives and the industry quietly reorganizes itself around it. The Great Tang is that moment for 2026. BYD has delivered something that forces every luxury SUV manufacturer on Earth to reconsider what their product is worth, what it can do, and who it is. For that is not a small thing. That is a shift, and we are watching it happen in real time. That's the 2027 BYD Great Tang, a vehicle that the automotive world is only beginning to understand. If this analysis gave you something to think about, hit that like button, because it genuinely helps this channel reach people who care about cars the way you do. Subscribe to The Car Analyst if you haven't already. We cover the vehicles that are quietly rewriting the rules, and there are a lot more of those coming. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Does the Great Tang change how you think about Chinese automakers? Or do you still have reservations? I read every comment. I'll see you in the next one.